Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Don't mind me while I'm updating the list.
It's TFT After Dark.
That's correct. And
For us, it's After Dark, or it's evening.
Hi, Love Lou. We'll get you on, too.
Hi.
Mr. O has a theme for the night with his cards.
Yeah, I decided to just select the tarot decks that have implied darkness in their name. So, for example, the Midnight Boulevard or the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight or ones like that. So I will be using those decks. Good to see everybody. Thank you for your questions. Yeah, we were both kind of ill earlier in the week.
Well,
it was really unpleasant.
It was strange because we both had different things going on. But, I mean, I was capable of doing the show. It's just that I didn't want to make him get up and set up for me. He wasn't very capable at all. And no, we don't have the bug that's going around in Michigan and everywhere else. Mr. O had a little bout of his dizziness, vertigo, or we think it might have been caused by a cold or something, because I have some type of eye infection right now that I'm being treated for, actually.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't have pink eye. He couldn't figure out what it was. He just gave me a salve, antibiotic salve, and
Thank you, Spirit.
It's been working, so hopefully it'll be better by tomorrow or Saturday. Actually, it looked really good this morning, but every time I apply the stuff, I kind of get funny feelings in my eye again. Hi, Ari.
Hi, Ari.
Okay, that's right. I got to get 2 people on the list. Lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels great to be better. I'm kind of a sucker for almost anything. I just end up getting really passive. I lay in a bed and don't eat, don't drink, just lay there. And
I worry about him because in this weather he has to hydrate, but he won't do it. He gets too nauseous and he says no.
Even sips of water make me hurl.
So hopefully we're good, and we did not catch the weird disease, crypto, whatever it's called, sporiasis or whatever it is, that's going around in Michigan pretty heavily.
Death to the Klingons. Oh, wait.
And in some of the other states as well.
Right.
So, all right. Well, let's hope our crack CDC can get at the bottom of what's going on and why we're getting this. We'll see.
Are you ready?
I think so. I keep these. That's right. Okay, so we are doing the Earthcraft Oracle for the card for the collective today. And that's by Lorianne Anderson, who does the Seasons of the Witch deck that I use for the in-between, by nearer to the season turning. I'll probably start using that sometime next week as we're getting close to August. Gosh, can you believe it? That'll be our anniversary month, too,
That's
for
right.
the show.
We will be starting our 8th year.
That's right. Come August.
So we need more subscribers.
All right. Mr. O, you will pull one for the collective. Rise. Oh, I like that. Is that number 22?
Number 22. All rise.
No, we are not in court, but rise up, It's time for an awakening. The traumas, wounds, and heartaches of your past are over now because you have been brave enough to confront them and burn them. Burn them down. Now you are standing on the fertile ash of your past, ready to rise. This is a card of realignment and self-development. You're ready to charge ahead, so stop doubting yourself. You know what you want and need. The only thing missing now is for you to stand up and reach for it. After all you have been through, it is safe for you to share yourself with the world again. The right people are waiting for you to rise and greet them with an open heart. This card is auspicious for those of you looking for new love and friendships. Yeah, I mean, first off, after, you may have had a broken relationship, it's hard. It's hard to rise yourself up again. Well, okay, some people maybe jump right into it because they need to feel, that feeling around them, whether they're ready or not. But the bottom line is, it is a little bit harder to just rise up and open your heart again, particularly if you're the one who feels you've been really squashed in your past relationship. But also people who lose their jobs, people who are laid off, for example, who've had exemplary records and loved where they work. It's hard to rise up after that. You feel that loss. But you know what? We need to rise, and we need to consider, if nothing else, it's not revenge, but that we aren't going to let our past and what has happened to us hold us down from appreciating, the great things that life has to offer.
Well, here in the USA, of course, culture and colloquialisms kind of impress upon us the idea that, we rise again when sometimes only after we've reached the bottom. There's no place else to go. You have reached the bottom and you rise. And of course, some of that is tied into jingoisms of various kinds meant to, bolster support for maybe other things other than that basic fact that sometimes when we're at our lowest ebb, we can reach in ourselves and find the strength or the courage or the vision to begin pulling ourselves back out to rise.
Well, I do like you couching it that way because, often, like even with the Tower card, these things happen to us to make us stronger, to grow us,
Nice.
and to make us stronger and, and more resilient to the ups and downs of life. So I like that, Mr.
Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, so Jasmina wanted a general reading
Oh.
for their new job. So, okay. Well, congratulations if you have that new job. Or hopefully we find some good news here.
All right, I'm not going to post a question because I didn't have it till I just saw it there.
That's fine.
But we've got it, Jasmina.
Okay, and I'm going to open with the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight.
And I'm getting the list out right now.
Ah, very good. Congratulations. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope things are good for you there.
Yeah, good for you.
I guess you're asking, so you need to know where you stand or how you feel you stand.
All right.
It's been rocky. Okay.
We're using MJ Cullinan's Tales for Tomorrow Lenormand cards. Really? Wow. Ari, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, we have one of those in our area. Or at least one. We probably have a number of them. All right, here we go, Jasmina. Our first card, well, I'm just going to throw them out there. The King of Cups, but reversed. The Ace of Swords is reversed. And the Three of Cups is reversed. Okay, so yeah, there looks like something that's a little rocky there, I'm sad to say.
Oh, with the job? Oh, dear. Let me take a look at that. Oh, they're all are they all reversed?
They're all reversed.
Mr. O.
I'm sorry.
But the fish are here.
The fish, which is much better, perhaps, than those cards.
And the bouquet.
All right, so the King of Cups, maybe that represents the kind of person that, is in charge of you, a manager. It's an Ace of Cups or King of Cups reversed. And sometimes this kind of could play into the idea of somebody who's not a pleasant person. So in the job context, they could be a taskmaster of certain sorts that they, nag you on, the things you don't do right, or they don't give you enough praise when you do something right. Or they're pessimistic about you in general or guarded about you. And maybe in some ways you just don't know at all where you may stand.
Well, Jasmina, yeah, I can't believe this.
Hi, Kara.
Let's see here. You have the
You said it. She's
Could
terrible.
you put the big screen up again, sir?
I am.
Thank you. The King of Cups, right? The King of Cups. Well, I could look at this two ways here. I mean, I could look at you feeling that management is kind of bringing you down already on this job, making you feel unhappy or a little bit disappointed. It could also be too that, you yourself are finding things about this job. Maybe it is just these guys that are making you feel unhappy. They often say we create our own happiness, but then again, there's a lot of people that can create a lot of problems for us too, and sadness. So I can't rule out it's somebody in particular that maybe you're struggling with over there, and you're almost questioning now whether this job is going to be, a success for you, or if this is going to be just an empty victory. I mean, we really need to be happy and content where we're at. And especially, I know sometimes we just have to work to get by, right? And in those circumstances, you just have to look at this job as a stepping stone. Do your best and keep looking for that place to move on from there. So if you're dissatisfied and you really feel that nothing's good is going to come from this, you have to consider your options then. And is that the Three of Cups?
Reversed.
Three of Cups reversed.
Did you do the ace already? Was that the empty
That
victory?
was the ace, the last one I did, because empty victory. But the other thing is that with the Three of Cups reversed, you kind of feel like you don't have enough support there. Maybe from the get-go, either you felt maybe training was lacking, or, that people aren't supporting you in, things that you might be bringing to their attention, etc.
Okay, so I only did the first card, but I like what Banshee was saying.
I went through it all, yeah.
I like what Banshee was saying there, Jasmina, because I do feel like that ace in the middle, to me, she said it, an empty victory. This card to me implies that maybe, you'll be able to keep this job despite the fact you might like to be somewhere else, but that's an empty victory because you either are really having a hard time there or you totally don't enjoy yourself, and so it just feels like an oppressive experience, and many of us have to work in those. So I don't feel the ace implies that you're in danger necessarily of losing the job or right away in the immediate future, but it just suggests that things will be a struggle for you there while you're there. The Three of Cups does indeed imply that overall background and whatever sense of camaraderie or friendliness you may have, you maybe don't really perceive that, or you maybe realize that it's tangential to the experience, and so that when you go home at night or whatever, you're not necessarily feeling the support of others. They may in fact be running their own ideas about looking at how well they're doing there, and so it does sort of speak to the sense of having an oppressive situation that won't totally destroy you, but just doesn't really help you feel better about things.
Hey, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
We'll get you
or Zarak. Zara.
Oh, did Zara come in? Oh, Zara. I'm sorry. I thought it was Zach. And Kara. Kara was above that.
Yeah, I mentioned Kara earlier.
Okay, hold on.
So
nice
those were the tarot cards, Jasmine, and we're going to look at those Lenormands because they are a little different. They're absolutely a bit on the better side here.
Yeah, I have something to say about it, but just a moment, please.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to fall too far behind.
All hail.
Whoops. I don't know why I'm having problems typing
she
tonight.
Doesn't have to do it.
Huh?
I said we need a bot for her so she doesn't have to do this typing up.
There are reasons.
We have to figure it out.
All right, so what do I think about the Lenormand? The Lenormand with the fish and the bouquet, it's really interesting to me. I don't know if you feel they're paying you well now, but it almost looks like you could get a gift of money or some positive thing happening here. A lot of joy from staying long term. Maybe this just needs to work itself out. I'm just wondering here if in time things might get better. because the Lenormand just looks so positive right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And if you're not feeling it yet, it's possible that, there's an abundance of some good things coming to you. If you hang on a little bit longer, maybe you'll start noticing things start to change. But I would say this, is always keep your eyes open for better opportunities. Because, we don't deserve to have to, put up with a lot of baloney. I mean, if there's another place that looks good, will pay you well, and you don't have to, put up with this, then go for it. But I have a feeling things over time might get better.
I looked at the bottom card, and it was the moon reversed, and I thought this could mean that you're going to find out something better because we were talking about that. But it could also be saying, too, like this is a cycle of time. So maybe it's a moon or a couple moons. And because I was thinking about that timing element there. So I think it's what we're saying here is that, hanging on may be good, or at least until you realize you can, find something else that you're able to move to. Good luck, Jasmina.
Hold on.
Well, a lot of us are just in those kind of situations. I work with people who have extra jobs just because one part-time job or whatever it is doesn't help enough. And it's everywhere, really. There's so many people that, I'm so grateful my son, lucked out really well here. Now I have to worry about other people, who are working hard and deserve better. We all do. If we're all working, we deserve better.
Well, hello, Roberto. You are up now, unless I made a mistake. I'm just double checking myself. No, you are up, and you wanted a general message, please.
Yes.
So we'll get right to that. And Exo Jean, I have you on the list.
Hi there.
Welcome. And I took your question. If you can't stay till we call you, we will do your reading, okay? So you can always check back later. Hi, Love Lou. I'll get that right now so I don't miss it. I have your question as well. Thank you. All right. Okay, Jack. Okay. You are welcome.
And I'll just remind everybody that tomorrow my recorded show, The Emotional Exchanges, is on at 7 in the morning, so you can watch it anytime, but it won't premiere until 7. And I cover, for the 12 signs of the zodiac, a reading that looks at what your emotional tone for the week is, what is your emotional rescue, the thing that can help you or save you, and will somebody say, I love you this week? So that's my emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. or whenever you watch it.
I was going to say something and I forgot. No. It's okay. It was nothing important. But I can't remember. I'm just mad at myself. I'm like, okay, why did I just forget that? All right, though. For Roberto, we start off with the Two of Pentacles upright.
I love that card. That's so cosmic and abstract.
Well, here's one for you. We got the World upright as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a beauty.
Well, we had all reversals, and now we have all upright for some reason. Six of Wands. This is really nice, Roberto. I gotta say. Wow.
Well, therefore, the Lenormand will be the opposite. No, we don't mean that. But we do have the paths. That's like the crossroad. And then we have the mice. So the mice are running through the pathways. We'll get to that.
I'm going to shoot something at you. What's with all this? All right. It's okay. Actually, the mice are not terrible news here.
That's right.
Especially since everything seems pretty good. If you're not feeling this now, You're going to be heading towards a period of where things seem to be under control, more under your control. You have more balance. You have more stability in what's going on around you. All your obligations, all the things you have to get done, everything just seems to be kind of in a flow. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily totally easy, Roberto. But, it just seems as though you're managing what you need to manage. I'll go one card at a time.
I like the Two of Pentacles here, and I immediately felt a pull towards the card next to it, which is that Lenormand, the path.
Oh, okay.
I'm just sort of feeling like it sort of is stabilizing you for the choices you make ahead. But in general, the Two of Pentacles is about that. It's about finding stability, and it doesn't mean an equal balance necessarily. It means finding the balance that works for you. So I think this is saying that in general, things right now are very balanced, and you find that you're able to appreciate more. You have time to make better considerations for your plans or where you want to go.
Well, and it could relate to the world, because if you're hoping for something to have a happy ending or a completion, you want to be done with something in your life for better or worse, it can happen. You can achieve that now. I think the fact that you're in a very good, stable place right now kind of, maybe Mr. O would agree with that, kind of opens the door to the energy of this card, which of course opens another door. And I think that's going to lead me to the sun, so I'll hold off on that.
You mean the world?
Yeah.
Because I don't see the sun.
What's the last
I see
card?
the Six of Wands.
Oh, the Six of Wands. It
Yeah.
looks like the sun.
Okay, sorry
you're
about
right.
that.
But either way, it leads to that card.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So, right, as in a general reading, the world says you're also feeling like maybe it's time to move to a new plan, a new goal. You're sort of feeling like the sense that certain things have moved to completion or will be, and it's okay for you now to really express yourself somewhere else. And of course, like Banshee said, that is a window towards the next card.
It absolutely could be a journey of growth and a journey of reaching, and achieving, understanding at least, if not reaching it, but understanding your full potential. Because that Six of Wands indicates a real victory and a mastery over something, completion, And I mean, you've got two cards of kind of completion here. But the world kind of has you sort of finishing something off to move you into this next phase where you achieve your full potential, I feel. And it's like, what we say in life, when one door closes, another one opens. So I feel here, if you feel you're on a journey for growth right now, I feel it's taking you somewhere else too.
It's a door opening because it also represents acknowledgement or recognition of something you did well, the world. And so it's saying that maybe this accomplishment leading to this recognition opens a door for something else. Of course, those pathways that you may take.
Well, it's funny that came up, and the pathway and the mice together here, because of our card for the collective for tomorrow and some of the things I said there, which will be posted on YouTube and other places. So I'm not going to give that away yet, but I will say that, you have choices and decisions to make, and don't fret over them. Don't worry about them too much. When the paths appear before you, when that new door opens, and maybe it's going to open your way to making a choice on where you really want to go next. Don't stress yourself out overly. That's the mice here. Kind of go with the flow and kind of understand that sometimes you have to let go of any kind of preconceived notions you have, or any kind of, or try to steer it or push things your way. Go with just what feels right to you at the moment. If it feels right, just move yourself there. We're always living with uncertainty. Don't let the uncertainty of which path to take stall you from your progress.
So to wrap this up, I feel like, there's some growth journey that could open up for you, Roberto. And the only thing, and it's not even a big thing, is just maybe you're grounded. I see this really grounded nature about you or what you do. And so that means you take into account everything, sometimes the little things. And so you may have little doubts here or there, because this is pretty impressive if you're moving this way and you keep thinking like, did I really do this? Do I really deserve this? You do. Don't let those little minor doubts or things nag you as you're moving towards something even bigger, because you are.
Wow,
you will be.
I know, these cards are really fabulous. So good luck with this. Wishing you the best. Oh, wow. And just a reminder to everybody, we are still in Mercury retrograde till the 23rd. And it's been playing with us. You could see we've had health problems, had to visit the doctor. We had some other little issues come up. It's just been kind of irritating.
You're welcome. Best wishes.
All right, Celia is up.
Hi, Celia.
Let me get that out there. Did anybody come in that I missed? I don't
Nope.
think so. Okay.
Nope. We're good so far. Hi,
All right,
baby.
so it'll be your deck, and she wants to know. Hold on a minute here. I think you've asked about this person before.
Yeah, that name was familiar. I see it there.
Okay. So do you mean you just wrote him a letter? Or, I mean, it's not like a book manuscript or anything. I would assume not. All right.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Thank you for repeating your question, too. Yeah, I know. Mercury retrograde. Uck. All right, so let's see. What deck do I want?
I'm wearing brown and green because the moon is in Taurus right now, and I wanted some of that Taurus energy. Kara.
I'll use my Midnight Boulevard.
I'm kind of lucky sometimes when moon is in Taurus.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Sometimes
information.
it takes that, Zara. And, you know, of course, we can make ourselves believe the worst all the time, too. And I've been accused of that, and I will say that. But honestly, if I had actually kept a running list of all the crazy things that have happened during Mercury retrograde to us, I think I would make my case. So.
I'll weigh in after this reading what I think. But Zara may find it interesting what I say. We'll see. Alrighty, so here we go.
Wow, 25 pages. Okay, I take it back. That's a manuscript. Oh, it's a short psychological. Okay, story psychological manuscript. Okay.
Alrighty. So the basic question is, how does this person Tammy feel about it? Okay, so our first card is the Knight of Pentacles. Or how does he feel about you? And our second one is the reversed Three of Wands. And then the upright Page of Cups. So two court cards framing a pip in the middle there.
Yeah, and they're positive.
Mostly, yeah. That pip in the middle isn't the greatest, the Three of Wands reversed. But here we have the man that, I don't know if Tammy is a man, but it could be them, it could be you even. You know, these are not necessarily gender specific. And the anchor. Okay, so that gives us another idea, perhaps. And that person that's standing on the banister needs an anchor, I think.
Well, it's really interesting to me. What's the one in the middle again?
The Three of Wands.
Three of Wands. Thank you. Three of Wands. I don't think I want to start there. But I'm looking at the Knight and the Page, and I don't know. I feel as though certainly you've given them something to think about. Maybe it's making them slow down a little bit in how they respond. Or what they should do or say. The Knight of Pentacles, he's a good guy when he's upright, but that still doesn't mean he's a fast worker or wants to express himself fast. He likes to take things in and think about them a little bit. And I would say, too, about you, as far as you goes, that's what it is. He may be thinking about what this means, about his feelings towards you. I think he thinks you're very pragmatic, number one, and the way you probably have laid everything out, that you've analyzed things really deeply, but, it gives him a lot to think about, I think.
Okay, so to me, sometimes when I see that King of Pentacles, I also think that's a person who, not in a very showy, fast way, but in maybe, like what Banshee's saying, a pragmatic way, is moving agendas along, whether they're his or yours. So this could suggest that there's something they feel about the manuscript or about you that they feel can move along towards something else. Maybe it's the sharing of this manuscript appropriately as it may be intended to, or maybe it's about what other things build upon that, because I think that's the Knight of Pentacles role too, is to find things that build towards something else, the movement that builds towards something.
Well, and the Three of Wands reversed is a little bit concerning to me. It seems as though he doesn't feel like he has any future plans on this at all. I almost think it's just weird. It's like when X reversed, it kind of indicates to me that there's no forward thinking going on here, and as a matter of fact, maybe there's avoiding something.
That's the middle card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get that? A little?
It sort of feels like there's a stasis going on in a sense, or not exactly a pause, but it may even feel like maybe a sort of a disconnect, like maybe something threw them in a way, and they're pausing as they're trying to figure out what their reaction is. It's not exactly a pause, it's sort of like a recalibration that's not quite hitting. That's how I'm looking at that.
I just sort of feel like there's just no firm plan or commitment on how to move forward on this. And it may just be because they're moving on. Maybe they themselves might be moving on. When I look at that Page of Cups there, the Page of Cups indicates to me that there might be something new starting in their life soon, or they're looking to start something new in their life soon.
Right, that could be that. It could also be saying too that maybe they feel they're being brought into something, they've been invited or they've been informed of something that they now feel they may be moving towards, and sometimes that represents a break from where they're at. If they were more material related in terms of reality, this may be more abstract, or vice versa perhaps.
Well, he could be seeing that you are moving on. That's true. That is a good point. I can't rule that out. I sort of feel like, too, maybe they could be as well. Maybe they're deciding to as well.
Is that them saying that you are moving on? Could that be their impression of you, that they think of you, you're moving on? Just a thought.
Well,
because that's the question.
Right. That's what I'm saying, is that maybe they do feel. Because you said you're moving on, and I said, well, they maybe see that.
I didn't
And
quite
it's
hear
possible
that. Gotcha.
here, since you made it clear to them that you are not friends, it could be that they see that. But I also feel like it's a sign that they're starting to realize that they have to move on as well, if they want to bring joy back into their life.
So what does that anchor mean then?
Well, the anchor could be a couple of things here. I know it's a man and an anchor. He may have feelings for you still, regardless of how the person ended up treating you. That could be why the anchor's there. Or something else may be anchoring him towards you. But I also think this could be that he is looking out for a place to set down his anchor. And also, if this is about you, because as Mr. O pointed out, that card could either be a man or a woman. We look at the gender cards as very fluid here. And so if it's about you, they feel that you are, you are not going to change. You are not going to waver. You've set down your anchor and told, Thami exactly where you stand.
I think that's the conclusion I would have too.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
all
CJ.
of these cards look like, not all of them, but I mean to some degree, a couple of them definitely have that sense there. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is moving. You're the one that's moving. He sees you moving.
Well, CJ, you have to get here in advance. and let us know.
Okay.
We didn't put anybody down for Sunday, right?
Right. I thought we knew you were having one.
Yeah,
we
I
had
think
talked
we're going to
about
do it for you on Sunday. I don't
Okay.
remember if I put it down or
So
not.
even if you can't make it, that's where it'll be, and you can just review it later if you're able to?
Yeah, we're
Right?
going
I
to do
think-
it on Sunday's show for you because you said it's Monday. Did you say it was your birthday is Monday, so it's coming up. So we'll do it that way for you, CJ.
No, we have time to get you on the list tonight.
And we can get you on the list tonight. Yeah. Well, she says she doesn't need to be on the list. But we will.
So yeah, that's it, and hopefully that gives you some sense of that. That I think it's true. That he is probably in a holding pattern of a sort, but it's mostly because I actually think he doesn't know exactly what to do now. And that he sort of does see you're doing something, but maybe he's not sure where his options take him. Good luck with that.
I think that's it. Good luck with that. All right. Well, I'm sorry about that.
You're welcome.
Christina is up.
All right.
And the question is, what is coming my way this summer in terms of new opportunities or job offers? All right.
I need those back.
I'm getting them.
I know.
All right.
Doo-doo-doo.
You're welcome, Sile. Okay. Okay, the first card is the King of Wands. Upright. Wow, what's with all my cards today? Second card is the Four of Cups upright. I spoke too soon. And the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. That's okay. We'll get there. What do you got, Mr. O?
Mr. O has the ring and the tree. I like this one, Iman.
Oh. Yeah, this is such a pretty one. I know.
You said it was, what's her name?
MJ.
MJ, yeah.
All right, so the King of Wands. Well, and then the Four of Cups. I like the way they call it a doorway there. Because, basically a lot of times the Four of Cups is somebody who's kind of maybe not paying attention to opportunities that are presenting themselves for growth. But we'll get to that. Let's take a look at that King of Wands. It's really time this summer to kind of take charge of this this question that you ask, to find new opportunities and job offers. I think it's time to take charge. I think it's time to motivate yourself to look for, these opportunities that may be out there. I feel the Four of Cups is here to say that there may be opportunities out there for you. I think you're just going to have to, be attentive to them. Now, I know you are very, Christine, that you really would like an opportunity in martial arts, but I think also you just have to keep your eyes, broaden your perspective a little bit and remain open to what presents itself, because I don't know why, I think the image on this card is very compelling to me, and it's kind of speaking of there's something trying to get in the door or waiting for you to open that door. Well, I'm stopping with those two.
That's fine. It's not easy to exactly see what those opportunities are, per the question. sometimes when I see a king, especially a king of wands, it could lend itself to the idea of something where you're more in charge of something, so something managerial or something supervisory or something like that, where you have a sense of that. I like the keys because maybe it suggests that it has power for you. When you hold the keys, you have power. So
I like that.
So there's a sense that maybe there's something there that could be that. For some reason, I get the feeling like it could be connected to how you're expressing yourself too, whether it's writing or speaking. So I don't know if that's a possibility in terms of a job, like a job where you actually have to, advocate or do things that show a sense of avocation. I really like what Banshee said about that doorway there, because that's what I feel too, that the doorway is opening for you. And so that does mean something is likely to occur. Is it occurring because you're being really proactive here? That King of Wands could also work that way too, saying you are going to find yourself being able to winnow your way through some opportunities that are coming.
I think it's possible, Christine, that it could be that person. I can't rule that out. So I think here, since we speak in terms of maybe, looking for a way to open a door, right? Or to see a door that's opening for you. If there's an opportunity to get that leader to, pull some strings for you and you see it, maybe it's time to kind of play that card, so to speak. And I think here with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, though, I have to say, summer won't be over till what? Partially into September. So I think here you really ought to consider Mercury retrograde. Things are going to be a little bit slow still. I think the Wheel of Fortune is saying right now the time is not right. And, you're going to encounter some resistance or, some universal energies that are blocking the flow right now. But keep your eyes open anyway, because, the world doesn't stop just because Mercury is retrograde. However, I feel the pull of Mercury when I see the Wheel of Fortune come up reversed during a Mercury retrograde.
Well, I wonder too if it could be saying that opportunities that may come to you may peter out or not really show to be true, or that they're too short term or something like that. I could go with that. I'm going to jump into the Lenormand, because when you were talking about your group leader and stuff like that, I got a vibe from the tree and the ring, because the tree is a sense of family and growth, and of course these people you work with and know so well are in a sense an extension of your family, or maybe you feel that way a little bit. So I sort of feel like what Banshee suggested and what you were inferring, the ring, the commitment, that this could be saying working with that energy of trying to be I'm not sure what the word is, but trying to come across to this person, show your interest, or provide an area for them to interact more with you on that level.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there about the retrograde, Christine. And all I have to say is,
wow.
I don't think I have much placements in Cancer at all, if I recall right. And so I just know that this has been hard. This has been really hard. And Mercury, the god Mercury has all this speed, and I always attach fast movement to Mercury. And the way Mr. O was suddenly taken down by that thing, he couldn't do anything on Sunday whatsoever, is just the way it hit. And this eye thing just out of the blue, So I hear you on that, I know. And I have to say about the ring and the tree, I think something may come your way that you're going to grow into and you can commit yourself to. I do feel like things might shift and change before summer is over, and an opportunity is waiting in the wings here, I really think so. I hope we're right. I really hope we are, because looks like the energies will shift, I feel, once we're done with that darn retrograde.
Scorpio moon.
I
bow. You are powerful.
Wow.
You will be able to do this. But
Good luck with
we
that.
all got to learn how to work with those energies, eh?
Love Lou is up, and I have the question.
Take care. I have a friend who claims to have all of their planets in Scorpio. Sun sign, every planet, all of that. You know who that is.
Yes.
And they are one of the more intense Scorpios I've ever met. And I have met some intense Scorpios.
All right. Will I successfully buy an apartment this month? What energies or obstacles should I be aware of? Well, number one, even before we do the reading, Mercury retrograde.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to do my Tarot de la Nuit, my relatively newer tarot. Continuing my theme of darker tarots.
I've been seeing people on social media talking about how messed up they are this retrograde. And I mean, I see some of that all the time, but I'm seeing a lot of it this time. So
yeah, I don't see too many of us getting away from some influence somewhere, mostly because of the way it combines with all the other big stuff going on in July and moving forward. Just going to be lots of ripples going in and out as things realign and go back out and realign.
Well, we've been lucky, really, weather-wise here, and there were so many people out of power, and our bad utility company kept a lot of people out of power for like 6 days during this heat spell.
People were having to cart their freezer items to other people's houses where there was power.
It was really sad for a lot of people. They lost a lot of food. They couldn't enjoy their holiday the way they wanted to. And I don't know. Apparently, our utility company is one of the worst in the country for getting people back online after storms. One of the worst. They're right up there. They may even be number one. So,
all right.
Just fingers crossed all the time.
Will I successfully buy an apartment this month? What energies or obstacles should I be aware of? So we have the Six of Swords.
Upright?
It's upright, yes.
Okay.
We have the Ten of Cups reversed. And we have the World at the end. Now, I know in the past you have mentioned that you may have been living with a sister or there was a closer connection. I'm just clarifying for where I'm going to go with the reading.
Well, this is sort of an interesting read. Let me pull these. I was shuffling here.
I think it's an interesting read, Love Lou.
Thanks, CJ. We'll get that for you. Here, I pulled the tree. Came up again.
The tree.
And this time, the woman. I like this. There's some negativity here we're going to touch on, Love Lou, but I think for the most part, it's possible. You successfully buy an apartment this month. What energy or obstacles could you be aware of? Well, okay, that Ten of Cups. Okay, so we'll get to that. But the Six of Swords indicates to me you could be moving. You could be moving from conditions that are no longer, good for you to something better. You're moving yourself to something better. That's the goal. And that's what it seems like is happening here. And then, I got to go. Well, wait, where's my darn wand? Here. Okay. I got to go from the first card to that last card because they fit together really quite nicely. It seems like this journey you're on to find a place to live will come to a successful conclusion. You'll be opening a new chapter in your life at a new place. That's truly what it looks like to me, especially with the Lenormand. But what obstacles might you have? I'll cover that in a minute. That's the Ten of Cups.
Right, and I might jump in there first because I had a real specific idea. But I like what you said there. The Six of Swords, you are journeying away. And, it doesn't say like you're leaving something that's really horrible, but you are leaving something that hasn't been as welcoming or consistently, helpful to you or feels good. But you're going. And so that's true. You are going. And so it's probably going to be this month. Despite Mercury or anything else, you can do this. I do like going right across to the world because I think that sort of says the answer to the question specifically that you asked, Love Lou, that, this will be a big kind of success for you to do that, And, having known you for several years now, I get that. I see that, that there's things going on that you needed to have your own sense of autonomy. Now, here's what I think the Ten of Cups means, because I could have sworn you told me you had a close association with a sister or other family members. I'm wondering if the Ten of Cups sort of represents a sense of a little bit of chaos or misunderstandings with people in the environment that maybe see you moving away and maybe misunderstand. It's the Mercury retrograde, what's going on there. They might think you're moving because you don't care about them or that something else is wrong. So I wonder, or if there was, like I mentioned, a sibling or somebody you live with or family members you stay with, maybe that is what that Ten of Cups is about, the sense of a mixed blessing there that they feel with that.
Right. I could see where this could talk about the obstacles you might face are, does the environment around the home, with the place that you're looking at, make you happy? Are you happy with the location? Are you totally thinking you're going to be happy with the property? Don't just move somewhere to get it done, unless, of course, you have some kind of deadline and you really have to do this. But my personal feeling is here that don't settle for something you are not going to be feeling joyful about. This has got to make you feel good. And also, I could see what Mr. O said, that if you're still moving in with family, like a sister or something, there could be some tensions. You're both going to have to be on the same page. Yeah.
No, it was about moving from them, because I believe she lives with one now. I thought she's mentioned this in the past.
Oh, well, I don't know if you're trying to move away from them or not. So that might be what you're dealing with, is some unhappiness there with family, perhaps. So one way or another, whether they're moving with you or you're moving away from them,
okay.
You might have some obstacles there and some conflict to deal with, in finding this new place and getting on the same page, or making sure the person is going to be understanding, your move. Or just saying, well, too bad, I have to make this change, and, that's that.
So maybe the Lenormand is about you resolving that with your family and realizing one way or the other, you're still connected. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe, this was a bigger move, not just you, but somebody else. And it seems like it's just going to be growthful. It's going to work out. That's you, the woman, and the tree represents the sense of a family or growth or something.
What did you just say? A family or growth?
Growth.
Or setting down roots? I think you're going to set down roots somewhere. I really do. That's you setting down roots and starting to flourish again in a new place.
Good luck.
So I think it's going to work for you. I would also say, too, that Mr. O might be right here, that, family might, or somebody might be upset with this move. Maybe even friends. Maybe it's friends around you, or, people that will miss you. So if that's the case, it should all work out in the end. I think it will all work out in the end. So good luck with that.
Bye, lovely.
I mean, those roots were so obvious on the card, too. That's why I jumped on it.
That's true.
So, all right. Whoopsie. Area's up. And the question is... Uh-oh. Whoops. Nope. Didn't want to do that. Let's do that. All right. You got a job offer. That sounds awesome.
I wish you a lot of luck with that. That would be awesome. Like I mentioned earlier, I noticed a new store like that somewhere around the area here. It hadn't been here before. It might have taken over from a Kohl's or some other similar kind of store. So I wish you luck with that. A lot of people can or can't handle being a retail worker. It's not exactly the same thing as a food gig. Either of those can be stressful. So a lot of this is really about you, Ari, deciding in the peace of mind or your place of mind, to remember this foremost. And it's taken me almost all of my work history to remember this, but it's true, and you got to think about it, that sometimes when you're dealing with customers, you have to remember it's not personal. You're working for a company or a situation, but you aren't that thing. So you don't have to get hyper defensive or aggressive because of the way they may be coming towards you. Remember, it's not personal to you. You're just working for that company.
You're speaking to an Aries, right?
I know, but
how's
I had
that
to
going
learn
for you?
Well, okay, you're right about that.
I should know. No,
you're better at this than me, though. You are. With dealing with those kind of situations.
Mr. O giving his fatherly scorpionic advice. At least he didn't tell you to cut the throats of nasty managers or anything.
Just don't get caught.
Anyway, okay, Ari. Curious to see what we're going to get here. Well, the Prince of Cups is reversed. We'll talk about that. The Queen of Wands is reversed. Now, I've got all reversals for you. This is disappointing. And the Emperor's reversed. I hope you get good Lenormand.
So this is mostly about whether you would like it if you got the job. It isn't.
No, they've got the job. They got a job offer.
Oh, they did. Whoops,
Yeah.
whoops. I got it. Yes. Well, congratulations on that. I'm sorry I didn't parse that correctly. So it's the Mice and the Stars, with the mice being first.
Well, obviously this doesn't look like a super happy reading for you, Ari, which surprises me in a way. But the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups could be indicating that your emotions are going to fluctuate a little bit on this job. You're going to feel good about it. You're going to feel not so good about it sometimes. I really feel here that it's kind of a mixed bag. And, Mr. O was kind of trying to give you an advice on, not taking things personally and all. So it's an environment and a culture, in the store that you're going to have to get used to, Things are a certain way in the food service industry, and things may be a certain way in the retail industry. And there is crossover. Clearly the crossover is dealing with the public, right? And so, you're going to take some time to find your way, and, you're going to be up and down about it a little bit, I have to say at first.
It's a new store too, and a lot of times there are kinks in the operation of new things, even if the person had just come from a successful store and they said, okay, he'll get this one off the ground. There's always little unknown factors. When I look at that, that's a Knight of Cups reversed. I wonder if it's saying that that's what's going on, is that it'll be hard to maybe feel totally enjoyable about things as you're moving through this process, because it's just going to be a little bit clunky in the beginning. And I really think that's more not about you and the job, but more maybe about the parameters of that. Having said that, also, I get the sense of a feeling like you're not going to find it's very connected for you to have, closer co-worker relationships. Like, you might not gravitate towards any real friendly relationships with people, and maybe that's okay. Maybe you don't need to have that, but it could just also represent too that some of the people you may work with may not be friendly either.
So with the Queen of Wands reversed, you may be I can't imagine you, being an Aries like myself, feeling intimidated by, the situation, but you might not be shining your light as you normally do. You might be feeling a little bit like kind of feeling your way through things for a while. I really feel this way, that this is just kind of like growing pains here. You're trying to figure out how best to apply your power and your energy to this new environment and the situation. I think, you shouldn't be shy. You shouldn't be shy. You should just be open and be yourself as much as you can.
Well, with the second card, I'm getting a sense that the basic answer to your question, will you like this, is kind of like a plus minus. Like there are going to be some things you like about it, but there may be some things that are a little bit bothersome, but not enough to make you want to quit, look for something else at least right away. And so I feel that with the Queen of Wands is that you sort of feel your energy is a little bit stifled there, but you may feel like, either because of the pay, convenience, hours, whatever, you're willing to hang on and see how it will go. Because as I said, if you're indicating it's a new store, maybe there's going to just be a little bit of a trial of things getting off the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 to 3 months before things seem to flow smoother from an overall store point. Not necessarily your role there, but just how management and interactions are going to work out.
All right, I'm going to do the last card and then the Lenormand because I think I have to. But the Emperor reverse could be one of two things to me, Ari. It's possible here that there is a little bit of chaotic management going on, getting the new store, like Mr. Rose said previously, off the ground and stuff like that. And of course, because everybody who's coming in is going to be new, right? So everybody's kind of got to get used to each other, and management might be scrutinizing people a bit. There might be a little bit of micromanagement going on, which I know for an Aries is like, how dare they, right? How dare they? So I hate micromanagers. I really do. I can't abide them. And so you got to be careful a little bit, though, with that, because I have a feeling everything is transitory. Look at the Lenormand. The key to this whole reading, to me, is the mice. The mice are here, which means I feel this whole reading, all of these little stresses or things that you are feeling, the lack of comfortability or whatever, they will pass. They will pass. It's temporary. So you just have to deal with it because the star is here. This could be a good thing for you going through this job right now. Maybe something that you might want to stick with for a while. But you're going to have to get through that tedious beginning period. And that's what I feel I'm seeing here. And you know what? I'll tell you what, Aries, I'm not couching these negative cards for you. I wouldn't do that. What really struck me was when the mice appeared. I thought, this is only temporary. This is like the way things start up and everything's chaotic and crazy and everybody's getting used to each other, and it's going to be kind of like
retrograde.
that. And Mercury's retrograde. It will still be retrograde if you start on the 18th or whatever. So, yeah. So hang in there. I'd say hang in there and give this a shot.
I love what you did with that.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much resolves it too. I think this is a perfect way of looking at that with the mice there at the end. That a lot of this really is, growing pains, like she said too, and you just have to find it within yourself to be able to hold out a little bit and not, kill the manager before your first review or something like that.
Or just walk off, But I mean, I guess that's up to you. I'm not going to control you.
Good luck,
but, this is what we see, and I wish you luck with it.
We do indeed.
I think it's at least worth a shot, It might turn out well. The star is not there for any bad reason.
Yeah,
so good luck with that.
That's true.
Hey, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Just in time.
What darkness can I use for you?
I've been seeing his photos online, YouTube. It's really funny. One could almost think one of our old friends looks a little Odin-ish. And there is a guy that
Who is that?
You know who. Long hair. Doesn't look Odin-ish to you?
Oh, are you talking about Paul?
No! Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, at any rate, there's a guy I follow on Threads who reminds me of Odin too. And so, it's funny you're saying this. No eye patches involved, though.
All right, so I'm going to use my Goetia Tarot in Darkness. Because Odin likes dark sometimes. I know he does. And I don't know if you were here, but I had mentioned earlier that because it's Tarot After Dark, I'm using all my darker night-themed tarots tonight. So that's the decks I've been picking. I still have a couple more that I haven't used yet, so we'll see.
Okay, I gotta do top. Okay, I put a deck back without that.
And this is a deck that's drawn by one of my favorite tarot artists. He's done at least 3 or 4 that I have, maybe more. Fabio Listani. Not that Fabio.
I knew it. I'm glad I didn't use that one. Hey.
All right, I'll flip them out.
Ow. Okay, that's funny.
Okay, it's the reversed 4 of Swords. I love this card. Look at it. It's so dark.
Reversed 4 swords.
And then it's the upright Queen of Pentacles. This one's a beauty too. And then it's the upright Hierophant.
Upright 4 swords, upright Queen of Pentacles, and upright Hierophant.
I know.
So you weren't doing my reading for it.
Oh,
That's okay.
well, we could still do it that way, no?
Maybe. Okay.
The ring is back.
Oh.
And the paths are back.
Okay, reversed 4 of swords. 4 of swords. So I think Odin here wants you to start using your... Oh, wait a minute. The 4 of swords is reversed, and that's the 4 of...
No, it's the Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant.
Oh, the first one's the Queen of Pentacles?
No, the first one was the 4 of Swords.
Okay. And then the... I'm sorry.
It should be.
I was thrown off because I see a number 4 in that darn card.
Because the Emperor's number 4.
All right.
I said them all when I laid...
Why don't you
no,
go
it's number
ahead?
5 actually, but I did lay them all out.
Why don't you go ahead?
And it's not the Emperor, it's the Hierophant. See, you got me going. Okay, so what does Odin want you to... What does Odin have for you? Well, the 4 of Swords may be saying that he needs you to kind of rise up. You know, he sort of feels like you need to be more active. The 4 of Swords normally is about somebody who's kind of paused in life or is out of action. When the 4 of Swords is reversed, that first card, it may indicate that there's a call to action or an awakening. So Odin may have that for you, that he wants you to awaken.
Well, I'm going to probably go through the whole thing, so if you want to go through...
The Queen of Pentacles is taking care of yourself or taking care of the world, finding a way to be very productive, finding a way to unleash your artistic talents. We know you have those.
You know what? I just scheduled CJ's for Sunday, Lena.
Did we
I don't remember doing that. So I think we could do yours the Thursday after, Lena, if that's okay. I'll put it on the calendar too. I just don't have time to do it right now. But I will remember. Mr. O will remember. We did not. And I don't recall, really. I know that there were a bunch of birthdays coming in, but nothing was set. So we will do yours the Thursday following, and we'll do CJ's on Sunday. And we'll get you both done next week, okay? And I apologize for that if I kind of dropped the ball on that.
Hi, Shirley.
Oh, okay.
Don't sigh like that.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Lena. Well, then it'll be a week away, okay? CJ's is Monday next week as well, so... I need a break a minute.
Of course.
Okay. So I've written them down now, so I have a list of these, and let's just have it. I mean, it'll be good for your entire year, Lena, so 1 week won't make a huge difference. We will do it for you, though, and you'll know where to find it, okay? And I do apologize. All right, let me go through this reading for Kara. Well, it's interesting, Kara. I think here Odin wants you to get more physical. He wants you to be physical. Seriously, because you have the energy card here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about, health and well-being. And I think he wants you to really put your energy now into taking care of yourself and your needs. And he would like to see you perhaps get a little bit more physical activity here. And to make it routine. That's the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card is upright. And so he wants you to establish a more healthy, active routine for yourself. And active also can mean...
Bam!
Active can also mean mentally active. He wants you to be more physically, mentally, emotionally stimulated and engaged in things right now.
Hi, Libra.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm just having difficulties keeping up here. Alright. That's gonna be, I think, that. Alright. I'm not going to be writing down any questions at this point. We'll have to see if we can get to them. Alright, so Kara, I pulled the Lenormand for you, and the Lenormand is interesting as well. He wants you to commit to a course. You have many options maybe to choose from. Is it yoga? Is it Pilates? Is it chair exercises? Is it some intellectually stimulating activities that you get involved with? He wants you to commit to choosing a path that engages your energy more and enlivens you more and is healthy for you.
Well, Odin is a whole package. So, Kara, he really wants you to do everything. He wants you to learn how to bake better. He wants you to learn how to do swimming or anything. No, I'm teasing, but I'm thinking it's saying that this is really a well-rounded kind of sense of that, he doesn't want you to be totally excellent in one thing. He wants you to be fairly good in a number of things. He wants you to broaden all your horizons. So that is physical. So just getting out and walking around your neighborhood, can be good physical activity. But also reading a few more books now and then or things like that. It is about this commitment to work on yourself, but thereby work on what's surrounding you. When you change yourself, you also change your world and how you relate to it.
That's what we have for you. I can't add anything else to what I said.
I didn't say anything about the Lenormand, so I will now too. And that was just basically what Banshee says here, that he needs this from you because there's a path that will open for you, and then all of this stuff really will just make much more sense, pushing you towards it. It's like he's beefing you up to handle some new path. Or it is like Banshee says, to commit yourself to this path. But I sort of feel it's twofold, like that doing this work for yourself opens yourself up to even more. So good luck with that.
Fire Spawn. I think we're closing the list at Fire Spawn.
It is now.
We will add you to the list, Fire Spawn.
And good day to you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, and I think I have Sarah's, let's see. Yep, there it is. All right. Okay. Okay, we're on Zara now, and I apologize. I'm just a little flustered here. I think I'm not going to use this on the show because it just seems like it's slowing me down.
Use what?
The platform it's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who knew?
It's messing with my typing. Okay, one more. The first card is the Four of Wands upright. Wow, what the heck?
No, you're fine. We do the reading whether you're here or not, so if you're not here, you might have to navigate to it. What is that?
The Nine of Cups
Oh,
upright.
the Nine of Cups, okay.
And our reversal is...
I know, it does look like Morgan Freeman.
the Eight of Wands reversed.
Zara said it looked like Morgan Freeman, that first one.
It does, in a way. Yeah, good point.
All right, in the Lenormand, Zara, there's the Rider and the Book. So the Book informs the Rider.
Oh, so interesting, this reading.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Well, the first two cards, what can you say? I mean, you've got the Four of Wands here, which means a celebration, and the Nine of Cups is certainly a happy card because you get what you desire. Are you celebrating an achievement of some sort? Or are you attending a celebration of some sort? And, or are you building something right now, trying to build something in your life that you've always wanted to do? Are you trying to work on something right now or obtain something that you've always wanted? You're trying to put all the pieces together for it. And the Nine of Cups is saying, you can make this happen.
I see that. Those are very energizing, I think, in this reading.
Real positive cards for
They're
Mercury
real positive
retrograde.
cards.
Yeah.
They're energizing in a way too. You're looking for guidance or something to know about, and I think this is saying if you had been planning this or if it's coming to you now, it looks really, really positive for that. To me, I'm flashing ahead to the Eight of Wands and just saying it may take longer or to watch against losing focus. Not
That's
losing
good.
hope, but losing focus on the target. So in other words, there's a sense that this thing could move faster than you may be able to keep up. You will really need to work at keeping up with this thing.
No, I would say be careful here and pace yourself. I would be careful not to burn yourself out on this and push things too hard. But you do need to focus. You need to focus your energy on your goal right now because you have positive vibes here for achieving what you want. So you need to be very focused and you need to be very, deliberate in your actions so that you don't scatter your energy all over the place.
Okay, so then finally with the Lenormand, it's the Book moving towards the Rider, right? So
yeah, I think something that you need to know or something that you find out is either moving towards you, you're going to get the answers that you seek, or you are going to have the information that you need to move forward on achieving success here.
Information informs you to keep moving you towards your focus and your target.
Wow. So I'm not sure what to say, but if you have a goal or a target or something you have been wanting to work on, now is the time to really move on it, I think, Mercury retrograde or not. I think it's the time to get moving.
Absolutely.
All right,
Good
that's
luck.
what I've got for you. And I mean, and this could be in your business or your personal life. You know, if your main goal is finding a good relationship, well, now's the time to get hunting.
Building a good relationship.
Building a good, yes. Okay, thank you.
So could
Good luck
be
with
anything
that.
that you build.
Nice reading for you.
That was a nice reading. I liked it. I hope you did. Okay, Zojin is up.
Oops. Okay. Hi, Zojin. All right. That command B. And I have that question. Oh, wait. I could have sworn I had that question.
May
but
I ask
don't.
what eyes, feelings, and intentions are towards me?
Well, I wish I could hear that, but I can't.
May I ask what eyes, feelings, and intentions are towards me?
Okay, somebody's feelings and intentions.
Eyes.
I.
It's there in the chat. They just posted it. Oh, you have to scroll to it.
Got it. I wasn't quite there. Thank you.
My deep sigh.
Don't be cranky. You can't hear
Why, you
either
are.
sometimes.
Jean like pants. Okay.
I thought so. Okay, thank you.
Well, you said it Zojian.
I know, but the first time I did it, when they came in, I didn't. So there. Sorry about that. I mean, some of the things that YouTube does here is crazy.
Thank you,
Aw.
Zara.
Hey, you're
I
welcome,
appreciate
Sarah.
that.
Good luck with that. What a nice reading, really. You know, you've got some
if it happens
potential
and it's
here.
really spectacular, we want to know.
Yeah, if anything really great happens, you be sure to give us credit. No, I'm just... No. All right.
Okay. Eyes, feelings, and intentions.
Okay.
The first card is the reversed Three of Cups. Then we have the reversed King of Swords. All reversed again. And a reversed Seven of Swords.
Well, those are interesting additions to that 3. I think the 3 is the most concerning one there, but we have some stuff here.
Clouds. Mice. The menace of the mice.
And the dark clouds are leaning towards the mice. Okay. So, let's have a looky here. So the 3 of Cups reversed. Intentions. I'm a little bit concerned about their intentions a little bit here. You know, I don't know how well you know them. So do be aware, and maybe, obviously, maybe not well, that's what you might be asking. And I would just say that just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open and make sure that, you know, they seem like a person you would really want to either have a friendship or relationship with, etc. The 3 of Cups indicates to me sometimes that a person doesn't always support their friends or their partners the way they should. And so, you know, be sure that this is not going to be some sort of one-sided relationship.
Well, if this is about their feelings or intentions towards you, they may feel that you're not as friendly or you don't feel to them like a person, you know, that maybe they know or familiar with. So this may be saying that they feel something unfamiliar about you, or that they're not sure how to approach you in a way too. It may be how they just rub off on you emotionally. Maybe there's something that is a basic emotional difference between you two.
Well, this is about their feelings and intentions, and I see what you're saying there. He's been sick with chronic illness for 4 months. So I wonder here if maybe he's looking for more support from you or someone else. That's one way I could look at that, is like that he's feeling a lack of support around him right now and is maybe hoping and seeking, some moral support or other support from you.
Right. It could be saying too that he felt you could do more in a way too, because he felt you were closer, that you're not, I sort of get a sense of that there's a distance between you, or a difference in opinion between you and him on your opinions. I'm not sure if I can speak more to that at the moment. Something else might come up. So then the King of Swords reversed. Well, he may feel that you make decisions that are more about yourself in mind. It doesn't mean that he thinks you're selfish, but he sort of feels like you could be on a mission to do what you feel is mostly right for yourself, and that you will, do things that are right for yourself. So I don't know if that means that he sort of disagrees with that, like he feels like that hurts him maybe.
What's the card in the middle again?
The one I'm talking about now, the King of Swords reversed.
Oh. I feel like he's, he's not in a good state of mind to make really good decisions right now, and about his feelings or anything if he really is sick. Because, there's two ways I can look at these combinations of cards here, Jean. And one could be not really very good, in that he's deceiving you on stuff. And maybe he's putting off seeing you with this idea of being really sick. But of course, if you're close and you can check on him, that would be easy to prove. But if this is a distance relationship of some sort, it wouldn't be as easy. But he may be just not in a state of mind right now to be really doing much other than taking care of himself right now. And maybe that's even why I have the clouds in this reading as well.
I thought you were on the King of Swords.
I am, but I'm saying, so isn't the King of Swords about not thinking clearly?
So does that mean that he thinks that about Jean? Because
what I'm saying is he's not thinking clearly about his intentions towards you.
Okay.
He's really not in a good headspace right now. He's looking for support. He feels like maybe... My thing doesn't move down. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Well, or so he says. Maybe it's possible here he
That's
doesn't...
an excuse he uses with you somehow or something.
He doesn't want you to, know his true feelings, so he's just going to say, well, you know them already. You're psychic. So I don't know, I'm a little concerned. The Three of Cups is not a really happy card for relationships in general. It can mean a lot of different things, like they're distracted by other things in their life or people. So I would just be wary of what's going on with this person in general. They just may need more support right now is what it could be. And maybe they're not telling you that.
So the reverse Seven of Swords may indicate that he feels you're gonna tell him something, or you're gonna keep hiding something from him, or something's gonna be revealed and it might change things.
I think since this is about his intentions, I think he is going to reveal something to you. Something is going to come out. Now, you don't have to be a psychic necessarily to read between the lines, to note body language or tone of voice when speaking to a person, or looking at their emails, what they're saying, what they're not saying, and make your own decisions here. And I have a feeling here you're going to find out something from him, either directly through his words or actions, or from what you can infer from the way you are communicating with him. Something is going to come out and be revealed.
Well, I like what you said there too, because maybe that's the mice in the clouds. I mean, the mice is little problems, but the little problems are facing the dark side. So maybe he's trying to say they're little problems, the Seven of Swords reversed, but they're not really little problems, which is what you might be thinking.
Oh. At any rate, thinking back to him, I think that, like again, I saw the clouds here and I felt his head is not together. Or he's got some dark thoughts right now, and that's concerning to me too. Seeing the dark clouds and the King of Swords reversed, it's kind of a red flag for me a little bit. And so I would say that with the mice here, it could very well be because he's not feeling well. If he really isn't well. And so I think he's really not well up here right now either. He's not thinking clearly. He's not seeing things for what they are. Or he's got some hidden agendas here. And whatever it is, I feel you're going to find out. I just think that Seven of Swords reverse card is for you. That in the sense that he's going to reveal something to you one way or another.
Well, I think you're new here tonight, or I don't remember for sure, but I definitely want to know more at some point.
After I mean, this. Do let us know how this develops, because hopefully, he'll be in a better headspace. I think that whatever he's going through right now is affecting him mentally in some ways. And I'm not saying, he's got a mental illness or something like that per se. I'm just saying that he's not in a good headspace right now. He's not thinking as clearly as he should, or there's something that, he needs to get off his chest. And one way or another, it's going to come out.
To give credit to Banshee, I've been bantering with her a little bit, but sometimes, we hear the question, but the cards may still kind of change the question a little bit. The King of Swords is maybe more about him and less about what he thinks about you in this card here. And I think it adds to what she's saying and maybe what you're saying about, there's problematic thinking going on.
I have to agree with you, and I gotta say, in a normal reading, I get very concerned with certain card combinations here. And the Three of Cups coming with that King of Swords does bother me. Because the King of Swords sometimes can be a person you can't necessarily trust. They try to manipulate you in certain ways. So, if you get this feeling sometimes that with things he's trying to say to you, they sound a little bit manipulative, like he's trying to get certain reactions from you, or he's trying to play on your emotions or some way, that's kind of a red flag. So pay attention here, because it could just be his illness and he's not doing well, or it could be his nature. So, depending on how well you know him. So, just be a little bit on guard here with this. And check back in with us. Feel free to see if the energy shifts, over time, okay? All right? And I wish you luck with that.
And you didn't get Shirley on the list.
I know I didn't get Shirley, and that's why I was trying to hunt around. But I don't know whether I should just stick her in before CJ now.
She says after Kara, or she posted...
Well, but Kara's gone. So, and we've already done readings since then. So I guess I should put her in right now, and we should just do it. When you come late sometimes, and it's a busy show, I just have to say sometimes I get messed up here, so I apologize. And it's no fault of yours, sort of me, but, we're trying to do a couple different things here, so it gets tricky sometimes.
You can't handle the truth.
I can't handle it tonight. All right, Shirley. And now I don't have your questions, so I'll have to hunt for it.
It's above. May I please ask what great things are headed my way in the next 3 to 5 days?
Oh, okay.
I seem to have a bigger chat screen than you do. You have such a small one that you have to just flip through to find things.
Yeah, true that. Well, I'm full screen here, so I don't know if I have to shrink that screen down.
Look how much bigger my chat is.
Okay, but you're in a program, right? You've got that overlaying. See, I'm in YouTube totally here. Well, I don't say. What do I do to enlarge it?
How come I don't see the top of your screen? Like Tarot for Today behind us. Okay. Oh, look. Now your chat's a little larger.
That's when I'm at the bottom, but I have to scroll. Okay, whatever.
Well, they scroll independently.
Can we talk about this after the show?
I don't know. You spend a lot of time talking about how you're looking for questions.
I'm ready to tell him he's going to take over the list completely and wish him well with that. All right. I don't get paid for this, Mr. O.
It doesn't mean you can't be better.
All right, Shirley, you are up. Answering your question.
Looks like
No
you're next.
problem. Well, good things are coming your way, and it is my deck again, isn't it? So I will grab this one. I just brought out the
We
mermaids.
apologize if the list is out of order. I think it is, but that's okay. We're just going to do it and keep going.
Everything else should be in order.
No, I think Shirley is actually after CJ or Lena even. I'm not sure, but
Well, you had said Kara before, so I operated
I
on that.
read what she posted, and I think she just meant she reposted her question after Kara's question.
Shirley is here. CJ is
I'm
next.
just telling you, so you can try to be better.
No.
You don't want to try to be better?
Okay, everybody, pick on Mr. O. He's picking on me.
I have the power to just...
Scorpio. Uh-oh. You looking for it?
No, I'm looking for something else.
You're going to close the mic.
You're the one who was trying to push it.
No.
Yes, you were.
I didn't care one way or another. Honestly.
You know how
All
to
right.
push my strings and make me feel guilty or like I should try to accommodate you.
Well, the Four of Swords is reversed, and that's exactly the way you'd want to see it, Shirley. So that's happy news. But it's really ironic to me because it's followed by the Chariot reversed. Boy, if this is in Mercury retrograde.
Put it in reverse.
And then that, get this, is followed by the Six of Swords upright.
Dang.
Wow.
I'd love to add the Lenormand.
I'd love to give it to you, but I don't know. You don't deserve my Lenormand.
Okay, I'll find my own.
You don't have one.
Yes, I do, but it's in your case.
Oh, the one you gave me as a gift?
Well, you give me things as a gift and then use them. Want to keep this going?
No. Kara's got the monsters out already.
I used to love you too. I'm a little, not as loving of them, but they're okay. Oh, you meant us two.
You're so silly. Go.
All right, coffin. Someone's coughing tonight. And the heart.
My goodness.
I love a coffin.
I don't like that combo, though. Okay, but there's some interesting stuff going on here. First off, you have a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy to push things forward at this time. But you got the Chariot here, Shirley, and reversed. And the Chariot is kind of putting a stop on things. Like maybe you're encountering some obstacles in what you want to do. Like, for example, if you were traveling, there might be things that get in your way that cause delays in your travel or some disappointment. Like, for example, if you're traveling by car, you might have a car repair that suddenly needs to be taken care of and stuff like that. Boy, if that doesn't seem Mercury retrograde. But so the good news is that you have a lot of energy right now to apply to something. But maybe you need to pull back a little bit and make sure your path forward is clear before you go. I'll stop with those two cards.
Okay, so the great things that are happening are kind of like that. It's a sense of really having an ability to just sort of throw yourself out there. Maybe you've been keeping yourself held back in certain ways, but then there's also the sense of not so fast, of maybe realizing that some goals are not the right ones right now, at least. So maybe the combination of the two cards is telling me that you should focus on the goals that are the most possible happening, that maybe don't need the most motivation from you or the most movement towards them. So in other words, great things that you can do with less actual physical work or even mental work.
So, I mean, if you have all this energy to burn, and if, there suddenly seems to be some obstacles that need to be addressed before you can move forward, do so. Do so, because I feel like something wants to move you towards better days and, calmer waters, more tranquility in your life, more smooth sailing, as far as work goes, you have just enough to keep you busy and to keep you financially, secure, and, there's no stress. I think something positive is moving you in that direction.
I like that. I sort of feel like maybe this idea about what's coming towards you is this moment of clarity where you stand into your sense of energy and commitment to work things, and then also pausing to say, where will it go? And realizing with that Six of Swords, there's something really fundamental that's happening beyond you. It's happening beyond all of us. Astrologers are saying in this next week or so, certain things are aligning that are very, very big potential for many people. It's very cosmic. If you're into astrology at all, you ought to check it out. It's starting, in the 16th, about a week from now.
So, for me, long story short, just between those three cards, you have energy to burn. You should use it to burn up any obstacles that are in your path to moving you towards a place of more stability, calm, and tranquility, where you just feel like everything is flowing for you just right.
So it's like what comes to you is the ability to stop what detracts from you, like sort of putting an end to negative behaviors or negative situations that detract or pull you away. In other words, clients that you realize have been dicking you around, whatever, that kind of thing.
I feel like you need to put an end. I don't know, when I see the coffin and I see the heart, I would say here you need to put an end to you need to maybe put an end to things that you aren't truly passionate about. I was thinking of the ring that was about commitment, but it's not. It's the heart, which is about what you are passionate about right now. And so I think you need to really put an end to those things that are interfering with you following your true desires and passions.
It's kind of like a feng shui thing. You might have to make a list of yourself and say, does this bring me pain or does it bring me pleasure? And, just kind of narrow it down. You may have emotional attachments to some things, but you need to look at it objectively, perhaps, on what it is you should, stop doing so you can concentrate on doing the better things.
All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. I do have CJ's question, and CJ is now up.
Oh, I do too. Hi, CJ.
Hey, CJ. So I apologize. My eye is still scratchy and blurry here. So a little blurry. So I'm mostly looking out of one eye to get all this done too. I know most of you can appreciate that. Okay, for some reason this didn't fit, and I thought
You're welcome, Shirley.
To move on from. The last word was just, should I just move on from it? All right.
Okay.
That's not it.
Let's see. I'm going to use the tarot I have not used tonight.
I keep forgetting
which is subtitled Divining Light and Darkness, Light and Shadow. Light and Shadow. So it fits that criteria.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you saw my oracle that we post on various places, CJ, but one of the oracles I did was it yesterday, the Shadow and Light one, or the day before? It was the day before, maybe. When I did the Shadow and Light oracle, rejection was one of the things I talked about in that reading. Rejection and maturing. It was a real interesting read, too.
Oh, Shirley, no, she had to go to the doctor and get an ointment for it.
Yeah, I have an ointment for it, an antibiotic ointment. He doesn't know what it is, though, and if it doesn't clear up by Saturday, because that would be part of Saturday will be my 5th day on the antibiotic, I have to go see an ophthalmologist. So it is doing better, but it's not fixed yet.
All the way back.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Just wondering if I have an ongoing allergy or something. A lot of things in the air, inside and out lately.
Thanks, Shirley. Okay, CJ, first card is the reversed Ace of Wands. And once again, reverses 6 of Pentacles. I like this deck, though. I like the coloring. And another reverse. I hate you. The Empress. That's not so bad, reverse. So you're wondering if you should pursue this idea that it wasn't selected. Is it something you should question or should just quickly move on from? And here's the Child.
Oh. Looks back.
And our coffin is back. Ah!
Well, the Ace of Wands is like that proverbial thumbs down, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting bad news and wondering if you can really grow something out of this or what you should do here. And the Ace of Wands is sort of almost reversed, is indicating to me at best there's a delay. At worst, there's just there's a disappointment that something is just not going to come through. But does that mean you shouldn't question it? Well, we'll see. So we have it's the 6 of Pentacles there.
Reversed.
You might want to question it just so you can put some of your own thoughts at rest. And I mean, a lot of times, like for example, when people apply for a job and they get rejected, what happens? People sometimes will write a letter and say, is there anything I could have done differently, or what did my graphic need in order to have captivated you and got your attention, and so I can help improve myself in the future. You could couch it that way and see if you could get some constructive advice out of this. Because with the 6 of Pentacles reversed, you always got to wonder, is there something funny that went on here? Was, somebody picked or another design picked because they, of favoritism or some other reason?
Oh, we're sorry, Ren. We're closed for the evening.
Yeah, we're sorry, Ren. I don't see the note, but we are closed. Okay.
I didn't activate that.
So
one.
did you get what I said there?
I did, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
And go ahead. I'm not going to do the last card yet.
Okay, and so to me, I sort of feel like the last card to me is the only card that says maybe you may want to approach them. And of course, you're doing it not, like you're doing it just very calmly. You're not trying to make demands there. I sort of feel the first 2 cards support the idea that it may be something to let go or to not, get overly wound up in. With the 6 of Pentacles, it sort of just says to me, they just didn't like it. They didn't feel it worked for them. 6 of Pentacles reversed could be sort of a sense that it's just not working out, or it doesn't feel like there's value of some sense. So, it may not be personal on their part. So how you approach them needs to not be personal on your part, perhaps, if you do that. And I feel that with the Empress, maybe just because it is an act of self-care for yourself in a way to do that. That by approaching them, in that manner that we're both talking about, you're sort of trying to reset that idea of, what could I have done to be better?
Well, this is one of those times I just have to disagree with Mr. O a little bit here. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles, and I think I might have brought this up recently in the tarot card that came out, can be about power over issues, and just people exerting power inappropriately or unfairly, making decisions that maybe are weighted by unfair rationales or reasoning, and sometimes out of a selfish nature too. So that's why I say it's okay to question this. And with the Empress reversed, I'm kind of feeling here that it's just saying that you may not get a productive answer out of this if you try, because the Empress kind of is like there's kind of stagnation there. You can try, but you may not get an answer that would be fruitful for you.
And that's where I disagree with you. But the coffin and the child.
Well, the coffin and the child indicates to me again that, there's no sense in dragging this on. I think there's no growth with this one way or another. I get the feeling here, because the child usually means it takes time for things to happen or develop, but the coffin is putting an end to that development, right? And so I sort of feel here like, well, you might be spinning your wheels and you just got to kind of let it go and move on from here. I think you deserve an answer. That's my feeling. And if you want to ask, go ahead and ask. But I have a feeling it just might not amount to much.
And, of course, it behooves us to say that, there's a Mercury retrograde element to this, too, that
Good
maybe
point.
They will realize that they should have picked Chu, or that, something else was going on. So good luck with that.
So good luck with that.
Sorry.
And I don't know, Lena talked about her birthday. Did she leave a question? Are you here, Lena?
She did leave a question. Okay. I'll find it for you, and
Thank
I'll
you.
repeat it very loudly for you.
Yay!
It was a general reading, I believe.
Okay.
My question, please. General reading, please.
Okay, awesome. And it's your...
No, I just used mine, didn't I?
Lettermond. All right. I need to put that over there. That's my hairband. All right.
You're welcome.
I hate this retrograde. I'm telling you, this was...
They always feel worse than the one before, but this one really does.
Lots of miscommunications, all kinds of stuff. All right. I'll do one more. Sorry. Your birthday reading will be next Thursday. I've already got a note of it, so
yeah, next
we will
Thursday.
definitely get it done for you. All right. And happy birthday to you, Lena.
Happy birthday.
And the good news is we start with the Star.
Beautiful.
And then we have the Four of Cups. Wow. Another four. We have the Four of Pentacles.
So a nice reading for you on your birthday.
Yeah, I like this. Birthdays are happy times. Birthdays are hopeful times. What do you got, Mr. O?
The child has returned
Okay.
with the paths.
Oh, okay. So, this is a time, of course, around our birthdays, we think about our past, we think about our present, we think about where we're going. And I think the Star is here for that reason, is maybe this is time to look at, the things going on in your life and where you see yourself heading now. And do it in a more positive way. Think the most positive outcomes for you, in this new solar year ahead. And I think here with the Four of Cups, too, it's indicating here this is a time to kind of step back and contemplate. Do some positive contemplation, though, on, where maybe you can look at what you're doing in your life and see if it needs any tweaking. Like, for example, if you feel like things have been kind of oppressive lately or wearing you down, or you're working so hard and not getting, the results or the financial incentives you need from what you're doing, then maybe it's time to assess what opportunities there may be to change things around for yourself. I'll stop with those 2 cards.
So when I see the star, I think it's really great to get that on your birthday.
Yeah.
You're finding that, maybe life feels better to you recently, like things have really opened up a sense that you can go somewhere where you want, or you can fulfill a destiny that you want. And maybe it's because you have been contemplating where your best choices or decisions will lead you. I do feel they tie together in that respect. And so this is saying really to a proper attitude of also realizing that time is always involved in these things, that certain successes or destinies don't happen immediately, Lena, and you know that. And so you realize that everything happens in the course of time as it's proper. And so finally, I'm just going to go all the way through. That leads us to the 4 of Pentacles, realizing that, wherever this destiny takes you, you need to hold it tight to you. You need to keep it in mind that even if other things come along that sort of detract you from the path or put a little opposition into where you saw you pushing your destiny, you keep holding that destiny as close to you as you can to keep trying to make it true.
Well, the 4 of Pentacles is interesting to me in this reading because, when I was thinking here about opportunities, looking at your future, where you see yourself, I feel like it has to do with your material affairs. It has to do with your work environment or your home environment, and the things that you really treasure right now too, whether it's family, friends, or your material well-being, what you surround yourself with. These things are very important to you right now, and something that you're probably looking for some stability in some area of your material life. And I think that it's possible that, you could make this happen. And that's why I suggest to you to think more positively about where you see yourself going and what your expectations are for your year in a real positive manner, and just keep affirming that to yourself right now. Birthdays are very powerful times for transformation. So the Lenormand to me indicates that take your time with this. Take your time with this and determine what path you need to take going forward in this year ahead. You may have several options before you when you sit down and you really start thinking about the things you really want to accomplish in this area of your life. So I think here that just take your time.
The paths that you need to consider or walk on will need you to really focus on them more carefully and cautiously, that you're going to hold that destiny tight to yourself, but you're going to move cautiously but securely towards the path you want. And I can't figure out why sucking a cough drop makes my throat worse than when I wasn't. All right. Did you have something to say?
No, I had nothing else. That's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
Happy birthday, and we'll see you again.
Happy birthday to you.
And so it's Libra, who I think wanted a general.
Yep.
Where?
Probably, but I don't have it.
I can find it.
Okay. You're very welcome. All right.
Will you find a job? All right. I like it. Short and sweet. I will once again use the Dark Angels.
Oh, so Libra asked about a job. Okay.
Will I find a job?
Got it. Yeah.
It's the reversed Four of Pentacles. It's the upright Ace of Wands. It's the reversed Ten of Swords. So in a Gestalt way, I kind of feel it could be. Nothing's ever, truly 100%. Lenormand has the Tree and the Book.
So will you find a job?
Four of Pentacles says you may have to give up some things, or you may have to give more for this process. It could also indicate too that maybe material-wise there's still some downward trending that you're not going to appreciate.
Well, yeah, I think with the Four of Pentacles here is you might have to, accept and make some sacrifices here. It's possible here that, it might be having to do with the hours that you have to work, or it may have to do with, maybe not quite getting the starting salary you had hoped for. So with the Four of Pentacles reversed, it's like you have to give something up maybe in order to achieve this. But that's the Ace of Wands there, right?
Yes.
And I think it's highly possible that some opportunity will come your way, Libra. Keep your eyes open because and keep applying, right? Because it almost as if something might come out of that.
Well, the Four of Pentacles could be saying that maybe you have to travel further away to find this job, longer commute or something like that.
It could be.
But the Ace of Wands does really look like the start of something significant. And a lot of times it literally is a job or a situation that could be related as, some sort of employment, some sort of occupation. So I think that is a good sign that something is going to happen.
Right, and then when you have the Ten of Swords reversed, it's showing you landing on your feet again, rising up. Rise up.
Yeah, where we started at. And
and what was our Oracle card, right?
Right, and so with that too, this could be saying that if there are any specific obstacles or impediments, especially if they may be directed from perceivable people who don't want this or situations that don't want this, you're going to rise above them. You're going to actually defeat them in whatever terms that is to move forward to your goal.
And with the Book and the Tree, I get the feeling here again, see, sometimes depending on the question, I'll focus on certain area of the Tree card. And I feel here you could get in the ground floor. In other words, it looks to me like you're going to find an entry-level type job that maybe you'll be able to grow into in time. I feel here that, it's going to be a learning curve for you because both the Tree and the Book are about learning.
Yes, it may even indicate as a clue that this is like maybe either a family-run business or a situation that has that real kind of family feel to it. Everybody really wants to take care and welcome people into the company and make sure, they're the right fit and all that. So it almost sounds like you're going to get lucky.
I like that. I like that too. So whatever the case may be, it looks like opportunity will knock, but of course, you have to find that opportunity. So keep looking, Libra, and I wish you luck.
Good luck, Libra.
Good luck with that.
And we're on our last reading, so I hope Fire Spawn's here and will give us that question.
Yeah, I didn't notice that there was one.
Yeah, I looked.
Okay.
I didn't see it. Otherwise, we're done right now. You're welcome, Lena. So, Fire Spawn, your turn is up.
You're up, Fire Spawn. We'll give you a moment. We just did our unhappy hour this week. If anybody is interested in catching that video, it is available on our YouTube channel. I know it says unhappy hour, so people like, well, why do I want that? Because we try to help to turn those frowns upside down.
Because we're incredibly silly, that's just the way we do things. So, of course, it's a misnomer guaranteed to make you curious.
Okay, I recently had an idea for a project, but I wanted to know if the people I had in mind for it would approve of it or not. Then I can try something else. Okay. So, what would the people think if you approached them on this? I think is the question. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Okay. That's the one I want. Whoops. Okay. Wow. Well, you've got the Six of Wands to start with, and that's a pretty good start, but we'll see what the other cards have to add. And it's another contrary 6. The Six of Swords reversed.
I like the card, though.
But, talk about happy endings, Fire Spawn. You got the sun. Let that sun shine in.
Let the sun shine. All right. The book has come back.
Really?
Yes. The book. And the lily. So the lily helps evolve the book.
Blah.
Well, we know.
I'll let you go first on that one, but no. All right, I like this, but I would just say this. You seem like you would get the support for this project, and it could be good for you. You could, this could be successful. I feel here, the Six of Wands talks about victory, but it talks about victory with the support of others behind you. And so that's a clear sign to me that they would be supportive of this, likely. I feel, though, it may be a little bit of a sluggish start for you, or there may be some people that are a little hesitant, okay? I'm looking at that Six of Swords reverse there and indicating that things might not be that smooth sailing at first. Maybe some people would want some tweaks or, some more input or something into this project or whatever the case may be. So I think that that's the only glitch in the room, because the sun at the very end is showing again happiness, joy, and success.
Yeah, I can't disagree with Banshee on those, the first and the last card. I like what you said, that, per your question, because you literally asked, will people like this? It feels like if they do, it's bound to succeed. And the sun sort of indicates that even as strongly that. So I'm trying to figure that reversed Six of Swords there. And sometimes this just says, maybe their suggestion would be, it still needs more work, or they're sending it back to you. Like she said, they want tweaks or something like that. But a thought came into my head because I worked in a situation, and maybe this doesn't apply to your situation, where it seemed like everybody would say, I have this idea, and then everybody would say, it's not a great idea. And then 6 months later, that person said, I have this great idea, and everybody did it then. So I'm just wondering about the idea of somebody taking your idea because they said they didn't like it. That doesn't really figure here, but it just hit my head when I saw that Six of Swords.
Well, the Lenormand indicates with the lily and the book that this will mature in time. And I noticed you said there's something about that a book is involved in this.
Reading.
Or reading is involved in this. So I think here that people, this project, I feel, will get more solid, as time goes on. As time goes on and people work together better and get to feel their comfort zone working together and learn, maybe learning about what everybody can add to the project and goal.
I like with that. That's what I said. The lily evolves the book.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a second glance at that 6, and I'm wondering if this is, more like them just feeling that it's going to take longer to develop, and that you shouldn't worry about that. That it's not important to move quickly towards it, but to maybe make sure everything's vetted on it.
Yeah, and it
I'm
might
not sure if
just
I'm
be
saying it
that,
the right way.
you know, this is going to evolve and grow in time. I think the people you would be working with
It really does.
are going to push it along. And the more we learn about, they learn about the project and work with the project, it'll get better in time. So good luck with that.
Good luck.
I like it. I like it, Fire Spawn. Wish you well. All right. Hey, that's our show. I want to thank everybody for putting up with us tonight, putting up with my mistakes here, and also for the people with birthdays. If I missed getting them on the right date, I do apologize about that. Sometimes it gets crazy working on the list, and I forget to write that stuff down. So, but we've got it down now, and we will make sure we get everybody done. Okay? So you guys take care, and thanks for joining us tonight. And hopefully, health permitting, we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.